you get so big into food of this kind?
Hey, hello Internet. My name is Yoda Bauer. You can find me on Port Haven, your Star Wars refuge, if you ever want to chat. I'm coming to you today with some exciting news you may have seen yesterday, or not yesterday, depending on what day you watch this. Yesterday, Star Wars announced, the conglomerate, vague entity in the cloud, Star Wars, LucasFilm, fired up a Twitter campaign, as they are called, where authors from Legends, from New You, from everything, were tweeting about hashtag Operation Blue Milk. And it was leading many of us to speculate what this could be, especially as person after person after person started talking about it. Turns out that it's a collection of short stories, not unlike things we've had before. These are two examples of the Tales books from Legends. In the past, these are short stories about background characters from the Star Wars universe. You'd be surprised to know just how many major Star Wars things came from really small details from books like this. My favorite is actually, example of that is in Tales of the Bounty Hunters. IG-88, who is there. I knew he was on the cover somewhere. That guy. In Legends EU, was the brain of the Death Star 2. Fun fact. Now no longer canon. Oh darn. So this is going to be kind of like that. It's going to be the first kind of foray of short stories in the new you. It is a celebration of 40 years of Star Wars. So yeah, this is 2017, if you didn't know. And in 1977, that movie premiered, only it wasn't called A New Hope. It was called something else. We will never know what that was. It's a mystery in cinema. The movie that later became A New Hope premiered 40 years ago, and this whole shebang got started. And so they're releasing in October, I believe, a collection of short stories that'll celebrate that, and they will all take place within A New Hope, or at least that's my understanding. Is it's supposed to be Star Wars told from a different point of view, 40 different stories, obviously because of the 40th anniversary, and just the little background characters that you might have noticed but never really thought about, and what their story was and what they were experiencing during A New Hope. I think that could be really interesting. As much as I enjoyed reading these kind of books, I'm not the biggest fan of short stories. I love the Star Wars novels. I was at first a little bit let down to hear that that's what this was going to be, especially when they hyped it so much. But then I found out the other twist to this collection is this is a charity collection. So the authors who are contributing short stories to this aren't getting paid. They've effectively donated their story to this book. A portion of the proceeds are going to go towards a charity called First Book. And it is a charity I had never heard of before, but am really excited to know that it exists, and definitely will be looking into it more. But it's a charity that gets books and learning materials to kids who need them, kids who can't afford them. And I think that's really good. The Force Awakens especially, but Rogue One as well, teamed up with Force for Change, which works with UNICEF, and collecting money for that. So in this new wave of Star Wars, it's not been about milking out new projects. On Screensaver, this was a much better idea in my head when I thought about it. I really liked how these new movies have tried to give back, and that they're not just trying to roll a cash cow down the hill until it splats and explodes money. That's what's on the horizon. It's going to be coming out in hardcover. I don't know if it's only going to be in hardcover because it is a special thing, or if it will be eventually released in paperback. So yeah, I'm really excited to hear about this. Usually when a new novel comes out, I'm like, ooh, what new details am I going to get? What am I going to learn about Rey? Or what new thing am I going to see about all these characters from Rogue One that I never really got to know? And in this, I'm not really expecting new, wild, exciting twists. I'm not expecting bounty hunters to be the brain of the Death Star 2, but I am expecting to get to know a universe all over again. That's been the fun for me in the new universe. I've been really excited about the new universe. As much as I adore Legends, miss certain aspects of Legends, it's been fun for me to relearn, or rather unlearn, what I've learned, and get to have the fun and joy and magic of getting to know the Star Wars universe all over again. And I think this is going to be a great book that really lets us examine A New Hope, a movie we thought we knew so well until Rogue One came out, and we have this fresh perspective on it, and we get another fresh perspective all over again. So what characters do you think are going to get short stories? We have 40 of them coming, so there's a lot of room for speculation, and statistically, you're bound to guess one of them. So what do you think? What do you expect to see? What do you want to see? Who do you maybe not want to see? Let's play the guessing game. Let's see if we can pick out what all 40 are going to be before we read it. So join us on Port Haven, tweet us, Facebook us. I think that is the actual verb, although I feel like there should be a better one by now. We are keeping the spirit of forum posting alive. The link is below. Come check us out. Tell us what you think. Tell us your theories about anything Star Wars related. We'd love to have you. Until next time, keep it real, fly casual.
Cooking can be fun!